All right, so just to show you a little bit, we'll probably do this in class, but in case you need a little reminder. Okay, so I go to my Cambridge Elevate. This is after you've signed up and registered and everything and put in your book code. I'm not sure about the teacher join code that other thing was talking about, so I'm just gonna log in. Okay, so it's gonna look like that, units 1 through 4. Okay, so you can always go, homepage was the one that I was just on, where you click on the book, contents. So this has unit 1. If you scroll down, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4. So this actually has everything on here for the 5th edition book. So we're in unit 1, so you can, if I'm like, hey you guys, let's go read this story, and we're in stage 5, you can just go ahead and click on there. So we're here. Actually, I'm going to go to one over here. Let's go to stage 5. Okay, so up here, we will need to use this web book. And here's an offline web book also. Here's the stories. So each stage starts with things that they're just called model sentences. So there are these little short little sentences with pictures, and it's usually trying to introduce something new grammatically and sometimes putting in some new vocab and kind of just setting up the theme of the chapter. So like since this one is in teatro, it would be setting us up for the theater. Now, if I scroll down here, they don't have those on here. They only have the larger stories. So when we go read those, we're going to have to pull up the web book. Okay, so if I'm like, hey, we're going to do the model sentences, this is how you have to get to it. So it'll take us right here. Oh, look at that mask. And this is where we go for our model sentences, which are usually pretty important and a little easier way to kind of set up the chapter. Okay, so this is what we'll have to do. Now, if you want, we have to go back here. If you want to just read a story, if I'm like, hey, we're going to read Actores, you can come here. You can stay, actually, in here, which you might want to do because this has all of this vocab on the side to help you out. Or you can go here and you can, not all of them have all of these options, but a lot of them do. So you can listen to it. So somebody will read this out loud in Latin. And if you're on the read one, if you're reading this and you're like, oh, I actually don't know what OTOC means, you can click on it and it'll tell you down here what it is, if that thing doesn't get in the way. So on holiday. So Cambridge is British, so that means, like we would say, vacation. So you can do that. Now that might be time consuming to do that all the time. So you might just want to have this web book open right here. Okay. And I guess I'll show you one more thing. Language activities. So we'll look at some of the stuff in class. So the language activities and the videos. So some of these videos, so if it says like papaya with subtitles, that means that they act out the story. And some of these are just like little cultural videos that are kind of cool and fun, and they show us like pictures of Roman stuff. So we'll watch some of those. And if there's ever anything that we don't watch, like I don't assign it to you, you can always watch all of these. It's all here for you. Okay? So that's our little introduction here in case you miss it in class. All right, valete.